For this trip, we are hiking the Slide Mountain Wilderness in the Catskill region, upstate New York. We are going to be doing just a one-night, 15-mile trip, and we will be hiking to the summit of Slide Mountain, Cornell, and Wittenberg. So I started today's hike at the Woodland Valley Campground Trailhead, which started me off on the Phoenicia East Branch Trail, and that's where I am currently. I am about three or so miles in on my hike, and pretty soon I will be coming up to a road where I will need to walk 2 miles down the road to arrive at the Slide Mountain Trailhead, and that is where I will begin my ascent up Slide Mountain. Today is the warmest day of the year so far. It's in the 70s, and it is definitely very hot. Yet it'll still get pretty cold tonight, so have to be prepared on these trips for both the hot weather and the cold. So this is only my second overnight trip of 2019, and we are just now coming into spring. So I am pretty out of shape, and hoping that today's hike isn't too difficult. So far it's been good. Quite a bit of uphill, but not very steep. So just kind of slow and steady today. I believe it is rated as somewhat of a harder hike, but I don't think there's anything too advanced. It should be a good challenge without being unenjoyable. I say that now, at least. So, as it goes for much of the Catskills, they do have these plastic circular blazes on the trees on each trail, and they are color coded. So each trail will have a different color, and it makes it real easy to follow. Just follow those colors, and then when you're looking for a new trail, just simply watch out for that color to come up. Makes it pretty simple and easy to decipher, and then you never have any concerns as to which trail it is you're on. Alright, so I have just descended down quite a ways on the Phoenicia East Branch Trail, and I am now on County Route 47. You can maybe see just behind me there's a parking lot trailhead. And so now I am taking this Route 47 uphill for about 2 miles until I reach the trail which leads to Slide Mountain. I think it's called the Burroughs Range trail. So I'm just going to walk down this road until I get there. And since it's just road hiking, I will go ahead and grab some food and eat while I walk. Yeah, I will see you there. 1 more mile to the trailhead, still walking on the road just past the Wittenberg Lake. Alright, so we have arrived at the Slide Mountain Trailhead. as you can see here. And now we just have to figure out how exactly to get across over to the trail. Looks like there's plenty of options here. So we have arrived at the Slide Mountain Trail. I don't believe that's the actual name, but it's the trail that leads to Slide Mountain. You can see up here on the sign behind me. We've got 2 miles to Slide Mountain, and then I'll be headed to Cornell Mountain as well, and eventually down here at the bottom, this does say Woodland parking area, 9 miles. That is where I started today, and it's just doing a big loop. So 9 miles till the end. I will find a campsite somewhere in between here and there. Hopefully, I'd like to finish the day with just 3 or 4 miles for tomorrow morning, but we'll see. It all kind of depends how things go. Alright, as you can see here, I have reached 3,500 feet in elevation. In the Catskills, you are not permitted to camp above 3,500 feet for most of the year. So they have these markers throughout the Catskills to let you know when you've reached the areas that you cannot camp in or you can camp in. It's convenient to have. And as that is 3,500 feet, it means I have about a little over 600 feet to go until the summit of Slide Mountain, which is the Catskills' highest peak. So I'm just going to keep trekking uphill here. It's been a steady uphill since the Trailhead parking lot. Not incredibly difficult, but very rocky and just steady all the way. So as we get up to these higher elevations, as you can probably see, the vegetation changes pretty drastically. I just entered into this area with many more conifers and much tighter and smaller vegetation than before. And as you can see, we've got the ice still up here, even though I think the high today was in the mid-70s. Trying to avoid falling on this ice here. It's one of my favorite parts about hiking is entering the different zones and just getting to see all the various terrain and plant life in the different areas, all on one trail. Really looking forward to the views that I'm going to have up on Slide Mountain here. Not sure exactly what to expect, but based on just the views looking through these trees beside me, I think it's going to be pretty impressive. Alright, so we've got significantly more snow here on this side of Slide Mountain, as you can see. It's packed pretty solid, but I've had a few steps where your foot just goes right in. Quite a few, probably 6 inches deep or so in some spots, maybe more. You can get an idea there. And that temperature is really starting to cool down, but it feels really good. So I just came over the summit of Slide Mountain. There was a nice little rock ledge area up at the top, and I stopped and had lunch with a couple other guys that were hiking. Talked to them for a few minutes. But now I'm headed down, and I'm headed to, I believe it is Cornell Mountain next. I think it's 3 or so miles. So I'm just going to keep hiking. With this snow and ice, it's pretty treacherous because coming down this side of Slide Mountain is real steep. But I'll give you guys here a good look at the view. So this is the trail that I am attempting to navigate here down Slide Mountain. And as you can see, it's just straight ice. So, slowing me down a little bit, but shouldn't really be too much of a problem, just take it slow. So I'm coming down the other side of Slide Mountain, and the views are pretty amazing. It's really, really steep, and mostly ice, and if not ice, then snow, so it's taken me a while. Gives you an idea of how deep the snow is still up here. It's over a foot down. So we are just about to the top of Cornell Mountain. It's about 6 o'clock right now, so I've got probably another hour of daylight left, a solid hour of daylight. So I'm gonna go over Cornell, over Wittenberg hopefully, and camp right over the summit of Wittenberg once I get below 3,500 feet. That's the plan. See if we can stick to it or not, depending on how this goes. You can see how icy it is here. Probably should put the camera away at this point, but I think I'm almost to the top here. So, just gonna keep filming. Almost to the top. That might be a little bit tricky to get down right now with that ice. I'll see if I can't find another way around. A nice little lookout over here. Maybe that way? At least it's not ice. Probably gonna try for that. So here is a view of the Catskills. Alright, so we have arrived at the final summit on this overnight trip. We are on the Wittenberg Summit here, and as you can see there are some amazing views up here. I actually think this one probably has the nicest lookout area out of the 3 mountains we summited today. Really nice. Unfortunately you cannot camp up here because it is above 3,500 feet, but otherwise I would think about it. Alright, so that is the last summit of this trip. And now I'm going to begin the hike down from the summit to get below 3,500 feet so that I can find a place to camp. made it to camp just before dark and got the Gatewood Cape set up pretty much in the dark. I'm just in a flat spot in the woods here somewhere. So I am cooking dinner now, and then I'm going to get ready to just get into the tent and go to sleep pretty much. Alright, well that is it for that campsite. Just got packed up and I'm going to head out just a couple more miles, I think, until it's back at the trailhead. So should be an easy morning hiking. So I am coming up on the trail register, so I know I must be getting close to the trailhead at this point. There's the trail register. So here we are back at the Woodland Valley Campground trailhead. Yesterday afternoon when I arrived, this parking lot was probably 70% full or so, and today there are only 4 cars here. So it doesn't look like very many people were spending the night just going on day hikes. And here we are back at the truck. Alright, well I'm back in my truck and I'm headed out. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you on the next one.